Okay, so our last objective here is to compare distributions. So as we've been doing, so instead of looking at one group of data, look at two. So here's our example to who is doing the texting. For their final project, a group of statistics students wanted to compare the texting habits of males and females. They asked a random sample of students from their school to record the number of text messages sent and received over a 2-day period. Here are parallel box plots displaying their data. Compare the texting distributions for males and females. All right, great. So remember, when we compare our distributions, there are 4 things we look at: shape, center, variability, and outliers. So let's first talk about the shape or the shapes. So for our males, now, when we look at a box plot, typically, the box is that middle, and then we look at the tails as the whiskers. So obviously, this whisker on the right-hand side is a lot bigger than this on the left-hand side. So we would say that this is skewed to the right. And again, it's the idea that, again, the right whisker is bigger. So for the females, I would say the same thing. So for females, again, this box is here. This right tail is a lot longer, so it's skewed to the right. And now we do center. So now, because this is a box plot, I would use the median as the center. In addition, the shapes are skewed to the right. So again, if you're skewed, you should use the median as the measure of center. So we'll say the male's center. Oh, sorry. Hold on just a second. That should be a plural. I want my English teachers to be happy. So male's center. And we're going to say it has a median equal to, and I'm going to just estimate, this is the median right here, right? That line. And I'm going to say that's here, which might be about 30. So this is 30 texts is, and now this is where you have to say greater than or less than. Well, the female's median is right here, a little bit more than 100. So maybe we'll say, so that's their median. Maybe we'll say it's like 105. So the males is a lot less, is less than the females. Center. And their median is roughly 105 texts. Okay, so that's the center. Okay, I'm going to do variability up top here. So variability. So for variability, because we're using the median, let's use the IQR. And the IQR is going to be the width of this box. Remember, this box represents the IQR, and it's the range of that box. So we're going to say, so the male's variability, and again, it has an IQR equal to, so for the males, this third quartile looks to be about maybe like 75. This first quartile looks to be about 10. Okay, so I'll do 75 minus 10. So that's an IQR of 65. And again, I'm just estimating. It's not a big deal whether you are exactly right or not. So the male's variability, which is that IQR of 65, is, and now obviously you can see that the females is a lot bigger box, a lot wider box. So it's going to be less than, is less than the female's variability. And again, their IQR is going to be equal to, and let's go ahead and estimate it. So I'll say this is roughly like maybe 190. This one right here looks to be about maybe 40. So the IQR is 190 minus 40, and that's an IQR of 150. So there's your variability piece. So again, you can see that females, there's a lot more of a spectrum at which they text versus males are a bit more compact. And then outliers, I'll do right here. For the outliers, we just have to mention each graph individually. So for the males, there are 2 outliers. And we can see that one looks to be about 200 and one looks to be about 210. So 200 texts and 210 texts. For the females, I don't see any stars or dots, so that would be no or none for outliers. Awesome. Okay, good luck with your 1/8 homework.